close. Here's the difference between red tide and blue-green algae. WochitFlorida Gulf Coast University is hoping to secure more than $9 million from the state so it can launch a multidisciplinary research initiative that will focus on red tide. We want red tide to be the first in a series of commitments on water issues, but we know there is a certain economic, ecological and political urgency to red tide, FGCU President Mike Martin said. We've got people of means and influence's attention, so we are going to jump on that one first. Red tide and blue-green algae infected waterways in southwest Florida and other parts of the state last year, killing marine life and deterring tourists from visiting beaches. The crisis is one of the reasons why FGCU wants the funding for its proposed project, FGCU's Red Tide Initiative. Read the proposal. Florida Gulf Coast University. Photo, Thyri Bland, The News Press. Red tide blooms initiate offshore and then move inshore, causing ecological harm, economic issues and risks to human health, according to FGCU's proposal. The project's main goal will be to answer whether nutrients that are discharged into coastal waterways contribute to red tide blooms once they move inshore. Researchers also will set out to answer a series of other questions related to red tide, including whether it is safe to eat seafood during or after a red tide event. I think these are long-term issues that have baffled people for a long time, and that's why we are asking for a significant infusion of resources to address this issue from multiple perspectives, said Gregory Tolley, chairman of FGCU's Department of Marine and Ecological Sciences. FGCU philanthropist who gave FGCU $15 million has died. More. Florida's toxic algae crisis. Lee Health outlines response plan. Martin said he has spoken with members of the Southwest Florida legislative delegation in an effort to gin up support for the proposed initiative. His hope is for lawmakers to fund the initiative during this spring's legislative session. Everyone in a coastal community felt the effects last summer of the red tide and blue-green algae crisis, and as a result of that, I think there will be a significant appetite for us to invest in the science and help us figure out how to stop this in the future, said State Rep. Ray Rodriguez, our Estero. By photo 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 by photo. Autoplay. Show thumbnails. Show captions. Last slide. Next slide. If FGCU is able to get its proposal funded, it plans to focus on 6 areas: the nutrients that fuel red tide, red tide's environmental impacts, its economic impact, red tide's impact on human health, the prevention, prediction and mitigation of it, and education. The ultimate goal would be to understand if there is any part of red tide that we can manage, Tolley said. We know right now there is really very little chance of managing it when it starts offshore because it starts due to oceanographic events, and those are big-scale events, but once it comes inshore and it starts affecting our communities, are we contributing to it? And if we are contributing to it, what can we do to mitigate that or make it better? FGCU University wants to raise $10 million and build entrepreneurship center. More. DeSantis unveils major environmental reforms including $1 billion increase for water quality protection. Gov. Ron DeSantis visited FGCU's Vester Marine and Environmental Science Research Field Station in Bonita Springs on Jan. 10 and announced a water policy initiative that includes seeking $2.5 billion for Everglades restoration and water protections. I think this university in particular can really make the water the signature issue, DeSantis said during his visits at the Vester Center. I know they have focused on it. We obviously want to help with that. I want to provide whatever help we can, whether it's financial or whether it's working with other researchers. Read or share this story. https://www.news-press.com/story/news/education/2019/01/22/florida-gulf-coast-9-million-to-study-red-tide/26035140002/